Hello and welcome to the Slingshot channel. Many of you will probably remember when I made this sword for Era of Celestials. Cool video, link down below. They actually sponsored me with enough money so I could afford to buy a total of 8 machetes, and 4 of them I used to make this giant sword. This left me with 4 machetes that I had just lying around. So what do you do with 4 extra machetes? Well, I made a bow from 2 of them, and it was actually a pretty cool bow. Lightweight and elegant, but also not very powerful. That was something that we couldn't let stand here at the Slingshot channel. Therefore, I'd like to show you what I came up with. The Four-Machete-Reflex-Bow. Let me show you its features. Ding! As you see, it's now using 4 machetes instead of just 2 with the first model. And also, I canted them to the front so that when they're not under tension, actually they will point towards the enemy, so away from the shooter. And that is so that you have more original tension. So this is already very much flexed. As you see, the machetes are already bent at a crazy dangerous angle. And when I pull them out, then of course this angle gets even steeper. So, a few things to add more power. Also what I did is, I set back the handle a little bit, which makes it necessary to really have this kind of boxy riser. But it's not heavy because it's all wood. And also it was necessary to increase the strength of the riser because the first one was already bending a little bit. Therefore, for the double power, we needed more flash on the riser side. Also, this is a shoot-through design, so therefore I simply attached like a little whisker biscuit here, and also served the string, which is paracord, but this part is stringed with Dacron for a more clean release. And as you see, it has two string catchers here. That's necessary because otherwise I would slap myself on the wrist. Now when I draw this out, then you can see that of course it really works at a very steep angle now. It's actually quite scary because what would happen when one of these blades would snap. But it's the great Tramontina brand. Sorry for saying Tramonita last time. It's Brazilian made machetes. Actually it's 1070 steel. It's completely hardened and therefore they're really flexible. They never bend and I've never seen one breaking, fortunately. And now it has quite some power. Let's measure how much. Okay, so we put this into the vise, and I also put a little bit of tape around the tip of the arrow so that we will see when it's fully stretched. And now we attach our scales. Set it to pounds. Okay. Now we start to draw out. See what we're getting. Okay. So we are now at 48. Okay. So that's 62 pounds. So it's a 62-pound reflex bow. So how much does the bow weigh? Well, let's take a look. I think it weighs around 7.8, 7.9 pounds. That's not impossibly heavy for a bow. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but not too heavy. How does it shoot? Well, let's find out. It actually has the typical draw weight of a bow that has that kind of draw weight. So it doesn't really feel any different to a regular bow that I've shot before. Okay. It makes this funny sound while shooting, but otherwise it shoots just like normal. Well, I don't have an aiming device, so it's all natural aiming right now. But I would say it just shoots like a normal powerful bow. No comparison to the weaker model that I had beforehand. So what do I think about it? Well, it's a lot more bulky than the far more elegant single and straight riser that I made for just 2 of these machetes. But on the other hand, it's now a serious bow. It really performs like a bow should behave really well. It is a bit bulky, and I think I probably overdid it with the angles here. Those could probably be a little more lean back, and then I probably wouldn't also not need the string stoppers anymore, because, you know, it would be far more behind my hand. And maybe I can also lighten it up a little bit so that it is not so big. So there's room for improvement. Also, of course, I could use a bowstring. Biggest problem, of course, is that the limbs here are shaped exactly like they shouldn't be shaped. They actually should taper down from here to here. And right now it's quite the opposite. And that, of course, creates a lot of air resistance and also unnecessary bulk that needs to be accelerated. Therefore, this isn't an ideal bow. But on the other hand, I think it's plenty of fun, don't you think? In any case, I'm really impressed by the quality of these Tramontina machetes, because how uniform they are, that they behave exactly the same. That really speaks for their production quality control. And also that you can flex them so much without any kind of stress signs and so on. This is really a great machete. I'm not really doing any work for them, so they don't pay me. I don't think they even know that I exist. If so, then greetings from Germany. In any case, I'm just saying this is a quality machete, and you should be careful doing this with any other brand, because it might snap on you and the consequences may be catastrophic. Okay, so let's assume for a moment that one of these machetes would snap off. What is my prediction what would then happen? Well, most likely it would snap off at the point of high stress. This means here, where it curves the most, because it's the thinnest part of the blade. So therefore here is most of the stress. And of course this would mean that it would fly towards the point where it's accelerated to. This means that this blade would actually snap off and then be accelerated towards my shoulder. And with a little luck, it would actually go over my shoulder. If I'm not so lucky, then it probably would punch right in my shoulder here. And that would definitely not be a very pleasant experience. Could it snap in my face? Well, theoretically so, because see, these are angles. So this is actually a little bit off center. So there would be a vector that shoots directly to my face. So it is very likely that actually I would be under serious danger if I would use a lower quality machete, or should I ever forget to wear my safety t-shirt. Before it's time to go, I'd like to show you something that has been sent to me from my sponsor GearBest. So it's an ad if you want, and I need those ads because Google gives me almost none anymore. If they do, they actually don't really pay me for them. Anyway, I got this box, and it's what they call like a survival kit. And I found it really interesting and really attractively priced. Let me show you what's in there. So what you get for your money, first of all, is this watertight, or I hope it's watertight box. There is actually an O-ring in it, so I guess it's tight. Then you get this little lamp, which actually is a lamp that you have to equip with AAA batteries, and I've done that. And it's actually quite a nice little knife because it focuses. It has this focus function here, so you can really use it to zoom in and out. I like this a lot. And of course it also has different brightness modes. So it has a less bright mode, and it has even a flash mode. Very simple to operate, good quality. Then what you get is like a mini K-bar. They even put USMC on it. And what it is, it's actually a small little knife, and it seems like it's decently sharp. Yeah, this is really only like an emergency knife, but on the other hand, it's a lot better than nothing. And of course, it's kind of cool that it's designed like the K-bar. Next thing you get is this fire starter. So the way how this works is that you take this like this, and then you snap it to the front, and then it erupts a really nice array of sparks. And I think you could very easily use this as a fire starter. Then you get this, pretty cool. And really loud, wow. I think you can really use this for self-defense. Okay, you get this little compass, so you always know where the north is. You get this micro light, pretty cool little light, very small. And the main reason why I had to show you this is you also get a slingshot, yeah. And it comes with the typical Chinese bands, loop bands, that you could very easily slip into the slingshot like this. Okay. The way how you shoot this is you start pulling like this, and then you put it to the front, so that you can make sure that the rubber always runs in the little notches on the top of the slingshot like that. And typical for Chinese bands, it's really shot in like sideways, so that you can aim, and the bands are rather short, so you can really not do half or full butterfly. They also give you like 6 little steel BBs, 2x3, and those are, for me, on the very small side, but with the weak bands, actually they can do quite powerful things. Put it into the pouch, and then you can fire away with this. Not bad. A lot better than nothing. I'm sure that you can really use it to hunt like birds and rabbits and so on with it, if you're proficient with the slingshot. Okay, also what you get is this beautiful little pen. Actually, it's a self-defense tactical pen. See, it's nicely checkered, so it gives you a lot of purchase. It's a, I think, fine self-defense tool if you have nothing else at hand. You have this glass breaker made from carbide, and you also, if you twist it, you can get the pen out. And I think there's plenty of survival situations where you want to write something down and you have paper, but you don't have any pens. Anyway, I hope you liked this, because that's it for today. Thanks and bye-bye.